Hello again and welcome back to Active Retro. My name is James, and as of July 2nd, 2017, it's been 20 years since the theatrical release of Men in Black. To celebrate this anniversary, here are 10 facts you may or may not know about the Men in Black franchise. The film, Men in Black, is based off the comic miniseries The Men in Black, created and written by Lal Cunningham. The original run of the comic was from January to March of 1990 and originally published by Aircell Comics. Aircell will be purchased by Malibu Comics, and then they in turn will be consumed by Marvel Comics. Does this mean that Disney owns the Men in Black? No. Marvel only had the publishing rights. Creative rights still belong with the creator, and movie rights belong with Sony. Sorry, no Avengers crossovers happening anytime soon. Men in Black is billed as an action comedy. In fact, it's the highest-grossing buddy movie of all time. However, this is a sharp contrast to the dark tone of the source material. The Men in Black and the Men in Black comic not only policed alien activity, but all paranormal activity, including demons, mutants, werewolves, zombies, you name it. In a dark twist, the organization was founded not to protect humanity, but to manipulate it and reshape it as they saw fit by keeping the supernatural hidden. Men in Black opened on July 2nd, 1997 in 3,020 theaters and grossed $51,068,455 over the weekend. MIB claimed the #1 spot, beating out holdovers Face Off, Hercules, My Best Friend's Wedding, and Batman and Robin, and Mr. Freeze and Poison Ivy and Batgirl and Alfred and Bane. And Men in Black was made for an estimated budget of $90 million and would ultimately gross $250,690,539 domestically. The film was the second highest grossing movie of 1997, losing the #1 spot to Titanic by several $100 million. King of the world, indeed. Rounding out the top 5 for 1997 were The Lost World, Jurassic Park, Liar Liar, and Air Force One. Get off my plane. While it's hard to imagine anyone other than Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones as Agents J and K, other actors were in talks for those roles. Both Chris O'Donnell and David Schwimmer were offered the part of J, and Clint Eastwood would ultimately pass on the part of K. In addition, the film's antagonist, Edgar the Bug, was originally offered to John Turturro before Vincent D'Onofrio landed the role. Directors John Landis, Quentin Tarantino, and Steven Spielberg were all considered to helm the movie before Barry Sonnenfeld was announced as the director. Spielberg would eventually go on to be an executive producer on the film. Wait, like David Schwimmer from Friends? Like Ross from Friends? I can't see it, no. Despite being a summer blockbuster, Men in Black had a surprising success at the Academy Awards, winning for Best Makeup, and they were also nominated for Best Original Score and Best Art Direction. This was the 5th Academy Award win for special effects artist Rick Baker, whose other wins include An American Werewolf in London, Harry and the Hendersons, and The Nutty Professor, among others. The original ending of the film featured an animatronic Edgar the Bug that Baker reportedly spent 8 months developing. The animatronic would be replaced with a $4.5 million CGI sequence when Sonnenfeld decided to give the film a more action-driven climax. I feel bad for Mr. Baker, but the final ending was kind of awesome. New from Galoob, the makers of Micro Machines and Dragonflies, it's the Men in Black toy line. Men in Black was a blockbuster made in the 1990s, so of course that means Sony opted the rights to merchandise to kids. Galoob produced a whole slew of action figures, as well as Edgar's pest control vehicle, and a role-play set containing the noisy cricket and a neuralizer. Have fun wiping the memories of your friends, kids. The financial success of Men in Black was enough for Sony to quickly greenlight a sequel, Men in Black 2, that was released in 2002. An overwhelming negative response to the film was enough to shelve any immediate plans for a second sequel. A decade would pass before Sony would revisit the franchise and release Men in Black 3 in 2012. Men in Black, the series, was an animated series that ran from 1997 to 2001 on Kids WB. The cartoon took place after the events of the first movie and built upon the world and mythology established in it. Also of note, the Men in Black Alien Attack ride is still alive and well at Universal Studios Florida. This interactive, award-winning dark ride opened in 2000, and its 125 animatronic alien inhabitants don't seem to be going anywhere anytime soon. After the surprise critical and commercial success of Men in Black 3, rumors of an MIB 4 have been just that. rumors. Following a Sony email breach in December of 2014, it was revealed that a crossover between Men in Black and the 21 Jump Street franchise was in development. In September 2015, Sony producers announced plans to reboot the MIB franchise as a new trilogy and would not confirm if any of the original stars would be returning. In April 2016, MIB 23 was revealed as a title for the Men in Black and 21 Jump Street crossover. No more official announcements were made by Sony, but in August 2016, Jump Street star Jonah Hill stated in an interview that there were a lot of moving parts and that the crossover was unlikely to happen. In the last year, Sony has released no new statements regarding the MIB reboot or crossover, with both projects presumed to be stuck in some form of development hell. The sharp-looking shades worn by the MIB are actually Predator 2 sunglasses by Ray-Ban. The company has stated that sales of the Predator 2 style tripled to $5 million following the release of the first movie. These are not Predator 2s, but I imagine they will work just fine for the purpose of this bit. Okay, so what just happened here is you just watched a video of some really cute cats. And puppies. Can't forget the puppies. They were the most adorable and funny things you've ever seen, and it absolutely warmed the cockles of your heart. You liked it so much, you have an undesirable urge to follow me on social media, like this video, and subscribe to this channel. This has been 10 facts about the Men in Black franchise. Thank you for watching.